This is the view to the north right now. This is the view to the south. 40 inches of snow at 4,000 feet on Mount Mansfield. How'd we do that? How'd we do that? You want the long version or the short version? The short version is weather works in waves. Have you noticed? In November, it was in the 70s the second weekend of November, and it was snowing the third weekend in November. December, it was raining in the first week of December, and it was bitter cold and snowing at the solstice in December. January, remember it was warm and raining at the beginning of January, and then it started snowing. I think it was the 11th maybe when it started snowing up here. Now, it's not equal, okay? I'm at 4,000 feet on Mount Mansfield where the sun is trying to come through right now, and we're on the warm side of an Arctic blast. But seriously, the storms that have come through in the last 2 and 3 weeks have moved the amount of snow from 14 inches to 40 inches. And that's all happened in the last 3 weeks here at the snow stake on Mount Mansfield. Mount Washington, the most reliable measurer of snow, came in with about 53 inches of snow, I believe, for the month of January, and the average is somewhere around 47. So we've had a very warm and very snowy January. Even at my house near Boston, it snowed about 12 times, added up to about 2 inches altogether. So what happened up here was a series of storms, and the last one that came through did have some rain in it, but it turned into all fluff. And I talked with Tim on the chair today, freeheeling, making it look easy. He says, no, it didn't really snow that much last night. To me, it seemed like 3 or 4 inches, but he said, no, we've been nickel and diming it. Well, that was my word. He said, it snows every night. And as you know, we've been chasing the snow. So on a line from Whiteface to Mansfield to Sugarloaf and points north, especially in Quebec, it's been an outstanding couple of weeks, the best couple of weeks. 2 weeks ago, everyone's like, forget it, this season's over, it stinks. Well, now we have this polar vortex. It's not really a polar vortex, by the way. It's not. I'll explain that tomorrow on Out the Door Weather and More. And there will be no T-Rex, but TK will be here. Do a little white balance, TK. Do a little white balance. See that? Yeah, you got to touch your phone every once in a while. It needs a little hug. So what's happening is, we had that storm that came through. Well, first of all, sort of the longer story, too, is that record cold that was in China about 2 weeks ago in the atmospheric river. That came through California. So Utah and California have had 5 to 10 feet of snow. We've had 2 to 4 feet of snow. Anyhow, those storms have come along, and the jet stream gradually shifted south, and we had tapped the Gulf of Mexico for 3 storms in a row, last of which went through last Thursday, Friday, and then we've been cold and dry since then. So it's really been great. I timed it really well to get back from all those southern vacations, huh? It's my first Snowcast, actually, on the snow. This is my 4th day skiing in a row, and it's just great today. I have more highlights after this. And so this cold air comes through. It's probably going to be inaccessible to the tops of the mountains here for Friday afternoon and Saturday, but it's all happening so fast. It's gone. On Sunday afternoon, believe it or not, it's going to be back to close to freezing, even here in the north. Right now, I'm on the south side of the nose here on Mount Mansfield at the very top. This is what it looked like a few minutes ago. Beautiful. And believe it or not, we're on the warm side, and the wind from the southwest is gusting past 50 miles an hour. Now, as this front comes in tonight and tomorrow morning, the wind's going to come from the northwest. We're going to have a blizzardy snow squall overnight tonight. Am I going to stay up and chase that? No. Yes. And so that comes through and we get another few inches of snow, and then it's just going to blow like a hurricane around here in the tops of the mountains for Friday afternoon to Saturday morning. Then late Saturday, it's happening so fast, the wind lets up Saturday afternoon, so maybe chase Saturday afternoon, although it's still sub-zero air. And then Sunday morning, the temperature's still going to be going up. So we're going to go from, say, maybe 35 below zero on Mount Washington to perhaps 20 above from Friday night to Sunday night. And then there's warmer air, but there's another Arctic front coming in on Monday into Tuesday. It's nothing like this one, though. But each one is going to have a few more inches of snow. I would say with the front tonight and tomorrow, we'll probably get about 5 inches. That's just going to form all these weird drifts and everything and become really wind hardened. And then on Sunday, as it warms up, it's going to get windy from the southwest again. Some more snow squalls on Sunday night into Monday. And then another push of cold air Monday night into Tuesday. And then, believe it or not, it does not look good at all. It's going to be another one of those storms that runs into the Great Lakes, and we may actually be warm enough for some snow changing to rain, back to snow here again. And that has been the magic to how it is so nice right now. I ran into John Stafford, the myth, the legend, he actually lives. Looks like he was really happy to see me too. Anyhow, John operates Snowcats up here, and he gives a great explanation on how this is the finest 40 inches of snow that you can have at this time of year. It's the best 40 inches. I'll let John explain it, and be nice, John. My face was bleeding the whole time he was talking to me from the nosedive glades this morning. Actually, I think it was the star glades. It was a little crunchy down there, and he didn't even tell me. Anyhow, take it away, John. Thanks. I kind of remember back in early January, it was pretty bony around here. It looks like things recovered pretty good.
Yeah, amazing change. I mean,
what happened? I mean, how much snow you got in the last couple weeks here?
I bet we got a 4 or 5 foot cycle, you know, up at the ridge tops. It's deep.
Nice.
From here up north. I was up at Jay. There's a lot of snow up there too. But you know, if you go up to the top here, up to the top of the lifts, similar looking conditions. But I mean, it went from literally, I mean, we had 4 or 5 50-degree warm-ups, and then one of them was like a 3-day thing, which was, you know, real killer. You know, we do get those 4 or 5 foot events here in a week. Sometimes it happens.
Now we have a pretty unique event coming in. The coldest, like, little hurricane of the season's coming across the mountain tomorrow night.
I was just reading the report saying snow squalls tonight, maybe.
Oh yeah, tonight.
Maybe we pick up something on the way in.
So you're gonna be out there?
Oh yeah, I'll be out there. We saw negative 38 at the top. It said it's our forecast.
38 below?
Below zero at the top.
And you guys gonna work through that in the cats?
Yeah, we'll be out there. Some breaks, it becomes problematic.
What about, you think, lift operations on tomorrow afternoon and Saturday?
I think they'll run them.
Lower lifts.
Yeah, I mean, without wind, I don't, you know, the wind could be a problem, but if there's no wind, they'll run them. One of the good things about snow is we run the lifts. Doesn't matter. We run them all the time. People complain if we run them or if we don't, but
interesting.
Yeah, we run them.
You can always warm up on the skating rink too, some exercise. Everyone's in a better mood after 4 feet of snow in a few weeks.
It's amazing how the grooming changes too with a little bit of snow.
Yeah, and I see those huge piles on Sunrise, Ridgeview, Hayride. When do you think those are going to get mowed?
We were starting to do them last night, but our plan is, I believe, to open that for this weekend.
Awesome, yeah. And
so that'll be the last of it.
Like a 24-hour weather tornado thing, and Sunday afternoon is going to be great again.
It should be great, yeah. And I guess next week's a little bit warm, maybe.
Yeah, but that always brings dribs and drabs of snow, maybe a little bit across the wood. Nosedive blades were just puff.
I think
so
honestly,
nice.
Even though we only have like 40 inches at the stake, we've actually got a better setup than some years when we've got 60, 70 inches, because all that ice and that cold snow and the rain to snow mixes really smeared over stuff. So if you go up on the ridge to some spots where I'll see rock and ice all season long, and it's buried. I mean, go look at the J Peak ridgeline. You can ride right now right up to the saddle. And just ride up on top and ride the edge. It's all buried. And you know, some winters we'll see that'll be rock all season. That'll never be covered.
I see what you're saying. So the fact that we had this wet,
it's a better setup.
The snowpack is better. It's
better. If we get up to 80 inches this year, we'll be at like 100. You know, it'll be at about the best setup.
So
I think
that
you can get.
Depth number is not always the best gauge.
No. Yeah. Some years at 40 inches, you go out there and you're banging through stuff. It's 40 inches of light. You're hitting logs. This is 40 inches of stout. It's a 4-layer cake.
Stout. We're having stout.
It's a 4-layer cake. You just jump into it and enjoy.
On another subject, okay, so you're out there mowing snow, grooming snow all night, playing the music, the videos. We love your videos. You want to tell me your Instagram? Not that everyone else needs to know.
J Staff, yeah, John Stafford.
It's so good to run into you, John. And what was my last question gonna be? How are you awake right now?
I'm here. Coffee.
So John was talking to me that whole time for 10 minutes. He didn't even tell me what Rich just told me. Oops.
Right. He's got a battle scar.
Nosedive glades. I didn't even notice it. It's kind of cold, and I was having fun.
Nice.
There's little twigs all over the place.
Fortunately, it's nothing
Are you guys going to say Boney this before it opens?
Yeah.
You want that?
Yep. We open at noon.
All right, I'll be out there.
Great.